What is up, everybody? We're here with the second place duelist, Knoxville Regional. What'd you play? What's your name?
My name is David Ambrose, and I played Swordsoul.
All right, bet. More importantly, who'd you lose to? Was it me? Oh my goodness! No, I'm just messing around, man. Do you want to just get into the profile?
Yeah. Before that, I want to do a shout out real quick.
Hit it.
When I get to the end, to the side deck, I borrowed some cards from a couple of guys I know from one of the local card shops, and they play in Portland, Tennessee. And it's Vince and Carrie D. Domenico.
Bet.
When I get to that part of the side deck, I'll show what they loaned to me.
Shout out.
Let's get started.
Let's hit it.
Just a basic 3 long one, 3 Moye, 2 Taya.
Bet.
Some people play 2 Incredible Ecclesia, but I like playing 3 because it's broken. Why not? So that's usually the basic.
That's the basic for the Swordsoul monsters.
Yeah, that's the basic for the Swordsoul monsters there. Let's get to the tennies. It's pretty basic too. 3 Ashuna. Some guys were telling me to cut 1 and just play 2, but I prefer playing 3. It's probably the best one out of the tennies.
Yeah.
And then I play 2 Vishuddha, and I play 2 Adhara. And this is my first time playing the Shatana, because originally I didn't like playing it. I finally decided to start playing it. It came up clutch today a couple times, so it's definitely one I want to keep playing.
That's what I like to hear.
Let's get into some of the hand traps.
Oh no.
Well, it's a new format now, so we've got
a lot of hand traps.
Super heavy samurai is like the clutch. Like, it's the best deck. So we got to play Droll for that matchup for sure. It does hit quite a few other decks. But
the card is insane right now.
I played round 4. I don't remember his name. He's another goo player. I played like 4 goo matchups today.
The gauntlet, baby.
I was 3-1. So it was 7 rounds, so more than half my matchups were goo. But in I think it was game 1, I thought he was playing Cashier because he started off with Fenrir, and then he normal summoned. I went first. He normal summoned Ash, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna go into Baron. So I just did my blackout and pop both of those, and I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Let's see what he's doing next. He started doing super heavy samurai plays. And I had Droll in hand, and as soon as he added a card, I'm like, Droll. So it was a really good game 1 off of just the Droll. The Droll alone won it for me. Of course, everybody plays Ash.
Yeah, you have to respect branded.
Yeah, I have to play. I didn't play a single branded.
Neither did I.
Though.
But like, Ash, I think is the worst hand trap right now. But you gotta respect. You gotta respect the decks that it's good against.
And the other hand trap I played was 3 Imperm.
How'd you like Imperm today? I personally cut it from my list because I thought out of the hand traps I could play, but I can main shifter. I thought out of the hand traps that I could play, it was the weakest. But how did you like it? Like, did it perform well?
It's pretty good. Well, I'll say the very last round, we were in game 3 and I went first, and I activated Swordsoul Emergence. I was ashed. I activated Pot of Desires, and I didn't get any combo, and so all I did was set 2 Imperm Pass,
and it seemed like it worked out.
And they were enough because it was a back and forth game 3, but having the double Imperm really did help. He ended the turn with Zeus with just 3 material, and he passed to me. And when he went to Zeus, I still had the other Imperm set and activated, and I just went full combo.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean that makes sense. Especially in a grind game, I feel like Imperm's a really good trap.
So yeah, I got that. Got the game. I left him with just like 3,000 life, and I had interruptions for his turn, so it was nice. So that's all for the hand traps. I guess these are considered more Swordsoul combo pieces, I guess. So we got 3 Emergence, and this is a card I wasn't previously playing before today. So don't know why I didn't play it before, but I'm glad I did because it came up clutch quite a few times, and that is 2 copies of Heavenly Dragon Circle.
All right.
I got impermed on my Moye once, and so I just tributes for cost, and I just add the Chitanas, and then Chitana can special because I still have the token, so it still enables me to combo off.
Okay.
I just don't get the draw from Moye, so it's unfortunate, but I get to search whatever I want.
Performed well.
Yeah, and then for the rest of the spells, one called by. Don't think I ever saw it today. Not once. Not once did I see it.
Card's good in theory.
Yeah, so I might cut it, but I don't know because what was it? Round 6, me and you played.
Yeah.
And you two owed me.
If you get shifted, it hurts.
Yeah, you shifted me game 1 and game 2, so I would want to keep it for that. But yeah, shifter wasn't pretty at all. 2 desires.
Yep. That pot agreed. Why wouldn't you play?
And yeah, so that helped me in, I forget what matchup it was, but I desired and was able to my Moye draw was the desires. Desires got me the long one. I long one pitched, and there was a lot of banished cards, so I just summoned the synchro that gains attack and got game. Only because the Moye got the desires got the long one, so it was pure luck. And 1 blackout.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
This last card doesn't see a whole lot of play, but I've been main decking it, mostly for the Castura matchup.
All right.
But there's some other matchups it's been good, but I wouldn't cut it. I want to keep it mained, and I played 3 copies of Book of Eclipse.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, the first Castura matchup I had today, I won that one. I think he went first, and I flipped that over, and he's kind of held his head down.
It hurts, man.
It does hurt.
It hurts.
I think I got you with it in game 1, but I was under D-shifter, so
Yeah, you got me with it. It's just D-shifter.
I also misplayed in that game 1 because I summoned a Baron after I had Book of Eclipse, and then the next synchro I made was Crimson Blader because Crimson Blader is amazing against Castura.
Oh, it is.
But the problem was I was under D-shifter, and it says it has to destroy it by battle and send it to the graveyard.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part, and so
it's something that never comes up, right?
That was the one misplay I made all day. I was just...
You were cooking
I was
that.
cooking all day today, but I made that one misplay, and it's okay. We still got second. So it wasn't terrible.
Not the end of the world.
I'll learn from that mistake. So that's the entire main deck.
All right, bet. Were you playing 40?
Yeah, 40 cards.
All right, bet. 40 cards. Nice and consistent.
Let's get to the extra deck.
Extra deck it is.
The extra deck's there's not much different for the extra deck when it comes to Swordsoul.
It's pretty, yeah.
It's pretty basic. I played 1 Yazi, didn't make it at all today. I've thought about cutting it because I almost never make it.
That's fair.
1 Xiaofeng, never got to make it today, but it's really good.
Card's very good, especially in the nib.
Yeah, it's really good if you open a Shuna and one of the other Tanyis, and you got like combo to just go into that.
Yeah.
And you don't get Nibiru'd, you don't get Veilered, so it's pretty good.
Yeah.
The Draco Berserker, the Tanyi, this came in clutch in the last round. That was one of the last 2 monsters I made. He had, what are they, the Bystials, and he was going to summon a Bystial, the one that when it leaves the field he could send a special summon monster to the grave, and I just banished it. He's just like, dang, that sucks. This was the tech card. I only made it that once. I misplayed, so it didn't really do much for me today. But in theory, it's really good against Castura.
In theory, that card is really good. Like, one of my friends played it at the 250th, and he liked it a lot.
It's good against Castura, good against the mirror. What's the what I played in the last round? Playing the I can't think of it right now.
I'm not sure. Was it Gold Pride?
The Gold Pride with the
Punk.
Punk, yeah. So that would be good against them too.
Yeah.
Then I played 2 Shishao, 2 Boxia. Those are pretty basic.
Yeah.
For the Synchro 10s, I played the Shangying, 1 Shangying, 1 Big Daddy Long one, and 1 Baron.
Makes sense.
This won me a couple of matches today, just making him alone. Like the matchup where I desired into the long one, that just put plenty of banished cards to boost his attack. So that's all for the synchros. It's the last four. It's 3 Monk of the Tenyi and 1 Shaman. I've had some people tell me to cut one of these to play something else, but there's really nothing else I would want to play.
And a lot of times, like, if you make one and then I like Unicorn or something, I'm going to banish it, right? So it's just like, playing 3 is pretty good, especially with Kashtira in the format, I feel like.
And today I didn't really make them as much as I usually do, which was shocking. I made this once and never used its effect. I made it so I could Incredible Ecclesia special. I needed to get one of these off the field because we had an even amount of monsters. And I specialed that and summoned the Taya, went into Boxia to shuffle some cards back. And I believe I had a Moye engraved, so I used Boxia to pop the Monk or the Shaman to summon the Moye. And it was over.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, so it was pretty good. I wouldn't play 2 Monk. I would keep it at 3.
I agree with that, I think. And now the part that I'm most excited for. Let's see that side deck, baby.
Oh, the side deck.
Let's see that side deck.
Yeah, it's the goo.
Yes, sir.
So this one came up. It's really, really good in the format right now. And I was already playing it before Super Heavy came out and whatever other deck is wanting to main deck it. I already liked it before. It helps enable a Crimson Blader, especially. And that's 3 Santa Claus. My round 1 matchup, I won game 1 and game 2. Of course, they went first and they had their Tower Link monster. And I already had one in hand and I top decked another one. But my hand was so good that, getting rid of that tower and then fully comboing off was amazing.
You just like letting people draw cards, don't you? You play Santa Claus, you play Book of Eclipse, like it's crazy.
This is a back row. There's some back row decks. The only one that I played was against Aaron Levy today.
Same.
So I had these, and he was the only one that... I sided him in for a couple of matchups, but the only one I saw against him... or I saw a Cosmic Cyclone playing against him, but that was the only one of these I saw today. So they weren't, like... amazing, but I would keep them in because there's a lot of floodgate traps that hurt Swordsoul, so I'd still want to keep those.
Yeah, in. And like there's the trap tricks matchups. There's a labyrinth. Yeah. There's like things that you'll run into at events like this.
I sided this in a couple of times today. Never really got to play it. I had it in the last round in my hand, but didn't need it, and that's Dark Ruler No More.
Yeah, card's real good.
It is.
Card's very good.
This one right here won me round 3. This card here. I was playing against Pearly and was going first game 3, and I flipped this over in the standby phase, and he was just scrambling.
Oh, that card is
scramble.
Nuts. That card is absolutely nuts.
He activated 2 of the quick play spells to summon 2 monsters, and he had discarded Evenly and Ash Blossom. So I'm assuming he top decked the Ash Blossom because he didn't ash me on my turn. So he had to get rid of those 2 cards, summon 2 monsters. I was like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. That left him with, I want to say 2 cards in hand. No, I think he might have hand trapped me in my turn. I'm not quite sure, but he just did one of them. He did both monster effects, and I'm like, she shall negate this one, and that one's fine. But I had done blackout first and then negated, so he got to add he had the continuous spell off of the other one, and his monster one was negated, and they were both destroyed, and that was literally the only card he had left in hand.
It's so hard for, like, regardless, it's just so hard for Pearly to play through this card. I think that card is one of the best cards, like this format and last format. I just think it's insane.
So yeah,
absolutely
all he could do with that turn was set the continuous spell and pass, and I just went to OTK.
Yeah, you just cook them.
So this is the tech card.
All right, hit me with the tech card. Last card of the deck.
So the cards I borrowed from today was these 3 and then these 3. These are the only cards I had to borrow.
All right, hit me with that last card.
So I only sided it in twice today. Never saw it.
Dang.
So I didn't really get a chance to. The first matchup, Coincidentally, it was the last 2 rounds that I got game 3. Went to a game. No, it was game 2 against you. You bodied me, so I put this in game 2 against you, and then game 3 in my last matchup didn't see it, but you de-shifted me. So de-shifter does shut this off, and that is gravity collapse.
Sheesh.
At the cost of just, it says send to the graveyard, so you have to send 1 face-up synchro monster to the grave, negate the summon, and if you do, destroy that monster, and your opponent cannot summon a monster until the end of this turn. So you can just shut off the entire turn.
That is something that me and no one else has thought of, which is insane. That card is absolutely insane. I think I'll see it in a lot of lists now.
How I learned about this card, just 2 days ago, I decided I follow a lot of the Yugi tubers, and I was watching Cali Effects. What was it? He buy these cards before they skyrocket.
Yeah.
And I saw that. I got to reading it, and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm gonna watch that.
That's crazy.
Secret tech. So I hit up my boys. They were like, hey, we'll look through our cards, see what we got, and they brought it to me yesterday. So I just picked them up.
Man, well,
testing it. I played it at locals yesterday. It didn't do too good for me. Lost me resources. Played it online. Wasn't doing well with it. Didn't see it today, so I might cut it. But in theory,
it's fun. It's fun.
It shuts off the entire turn. You don't have to worry about getting OTK'd at that point.
Well, your deck looks sick, man. Congratulations on 2nd place. Anything else you want to say?
I just want to give one more shout out, and that's to my mom. Today's Mother's Day, and a few people know that I was talking about it because it was a really emotional day for me. My mom passed away last weekend, and we buried her on Wednesday, and I've been grieving all week. I didn't want to play YuGiOh today at all. I was like, the last thing on my mind is YuGiOh, and I decided I would go ahead and play and just dedicate this day to her, being Mother's Day.
Oh, man.
So that will be my final shout out.
I think 2nd place does that justice.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I don't usually do too well at regional, so the first Mother's Day without my mom dedicated to her, I did really well.
Well, again, man, congratulations, and thank you again.
Awesome.